The L-mount ecosystem is now starting to fill out very nicely with a good selection of lenses from both Panasonic and Sigma. And although there are a few lenses that somewhat shadow one another in this space, like for example the Sigma 35mm f2 and the Panasonic 35mm 1.8 that was recently announced, I do feel like there are some options that sort of stand on their own 2 feet as sort of like these golden lenses in terms of the price-performance ratio. And one of those lenses, in my opinion, is the Sigma 2870 f2.8. And that is the lens I'll be talking about today in this video. I also want to start off the video by saying that I actually bought this lens with my own money. It was not sent out to me by Sigma, so therefore all my thoughts and opinions are going to be authentic and non-biased. So let's just get straight in with it and start off with the size and weight of this lens, because this is one of the things that really drew me to it to start off with. This lens only weighs 470 grams and is around 10 centimeters long, making it an extremely lightweight and compact option for L-mount users. When you compare this to the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 lens, which weighs in at 835 grams and is literally twice the size of this lens, it becomes an increasingly more attractive option for L-mount users, especially if you're using the S5 due to that portable compact size. Anyway, that's enough of all the boring specifics of the lens, let's get straight into the performance. I was actually extremely shocked when I first put this lens to the test because I was not expecting such a sharp and clean image from a sub £1,000 lens. But lo and behold, there's actually something really magical about Sigma's micro contrast in their lenses, and the sharpness and quality was absolutely beautiful. It may not be as noticeable with YouTube's beautiful compression, but the images with this lens are truly stunning, and I was like a giddy school kid when I opened the files up for the first time in Lightroom. And also, while we're on the topic of photography with this lens, I also want to touch up on the AF performance that I've had with this lens, purely because I feel like people that have the L-mount are normally a little bit skeptical of buying into Sigma glass because of that AF performance. And what I want to say about the photography performance with this is that it's absolutely fantastic and I had absolutely no issues whatsoever. The focus was fast, it was accurate, it locked into the subjects really well, and there was literally no hunting at all. Now onto the video performance with this lens, and you probably won't be shocked to know that all of the above sort of applies for this lens in the video modes as well. I have found this lens to be plentifully sharp for video, and it's become the main lens I use on a gimbal thanks to its light size and constant 2.8 aperture. As you can see from these examples, the image is clean and the contrast is very nice indeed. We all know to expect amazing image quality with Sigma lenses though, so I think the one thing that you guys really care about, of course, is the AF in video modes, right? I mean, that seems to be the only thing that people care about, so let's talk about that. So I have done a few tests with this lens, and I do have to say, I think the results are probably a lot better than what people would be expecting with a Sigma lens on an L-mount body. As you can see in these examples, the lens does pretty well when it is tracking a moving subject, and if I'm being completely honest with you, I've had really good results when using it to vlog, and also I am currently using the lens right now with AFC enabled on the S5, and I mean, from what I can see on my monitor, it's been absolutely fine in terms of its focus, so you shouldn't really have many issues there. Now of course, it all depends on how you set up your Panasonic S5 or your S1 or any L-mount body that you use in terms of its AF settings, because that will have a massive impact on how fast or slow the AF sort of responds to what you're doing. So therefore, if you are someone that's moving around a lot and you want to use it for fast-paced stuff, then of course then just crack up that speed and sensitivity, but at the cost of maybe some hunting in the background. As people know, I normally use my Panasonic S5 with the AF speed set to -1 and a sensitivity set to -3, and that's what I used when I was testing out this lens in these examples, so that gives you a better understanding of the sort of thing that I had set up when testing this. Overall, I'm extremely happy with this lens, and I would recommend it to any L-mount shooter no matter what you shoot on a regular basis. It's lightweight, very affordable, and sharper than you could ever need in any given situation. It's also extremely versatile and would definitely be one of those lenses that you can leave on your camera for 99% of the time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining, useful, or interesting, and if you did, then please consider subscribing to the channel because it helps me out massively. I make a lot of content on this channel around the L-mount ecosystem, so if you're into that sort of thing, then this channel is definitely for you. And yeah, hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Thank you.